as we have so much rubbish, we thought we'd do a bonfire as it's been raining for the past about a week. So we thought it's a nice time to do it because everything else is wet. But we have got a big pile of stuff to burn. So we're just giving it a go, but we have got things in place just in case we need to put it out.
So yeah, we got a fine. It was 50 levs. So it happened because I misread the website. Well, I'd read the website before and thought that we were in the wrong month or something like that anyway. So I thought that it ended on the 1st of the month. It was the 3rd of the month, something like that. Was it the 3rd? So when did you fly in?
I don't remember.
She doesn't remember. But so we decided to have a fire. So it's on, that yard is all concrete and got buildings surrounding it. So we ended up with a fine. So paying the fine was a bit of an issue. We got issued, so what happened was is the mayor maybe took a photograph across our garden showing the building lit up with the fire. And then she'd messaged me on Facebook, which I didn't get because my phone was inside, and then her son came round and said, oh, the smell, let's put the fire out. So we ended up with someone come out and they issued us with this. They brought a translator with them as well, and so basically it just says that, oh, it must have been later than the 3rd. It basically says that you've had a fire and there's actually a fireman on. So we had the environmental officer come up. We tried to pay him on the spot, which was a problem. You had to go into the office, and go into the office was a lot of a round trip. So we were told by the translator it's behind the court building or the municipal building. Municipal building. So we went to the court building because that's where we thought we'd have to pay the fines. The security guard took the paperwork and said, no, you have to go to the municipal office. So we went over to the municipal office. The municipal officer sent us back. It was actually a building behind the, kind of behind the court. It depends on which way you go into the town. So we went in and we went to pay the fine.
Oh no.
What?
We went in there and they sent us round to another door.
Oh yeah, then we had to go to another room because it was the wrong one. So they're nondescript, the buildings, especially if you're English. You can't work out which one's which and what they say. So I think there was like notaries and other government offices in what you would think when they were like normal buildings, weren't they?
Yeah.
But what we did is we eventually found the place anyway, and I handed over 50 lev and they gave me some money back straight away after trying to sort it out, because the fine system over there seems to work on your ID. So each person, all the citizens, are issued with some sort of ID number, and they look up that ID number and then you can pay your fines. But obviously it was registered to my passport, which obviously isn't registered for them, so it was a bit of a difficulty, shall we say. And then I gave them, I don't know how much it was, but then she ended up giving me a printed receipt, and it cost me I think that's euros, isn't it? £17.90, like €17.90 for the fine. So it does go up, but it's worth checking with the local areas. I thought because we'd gone into winter, things had cooled down over from the summer and our garden's kind of a bit surrounded, we might be okay.
We had lots of rain and floods.
Yeah, well, we got your video, Sam. Sam's over in the corner here. So we did have, yeah, but it was not long after the floods, so it was probably about a week or so after the floods over there. So so we got a fine for burning that. That was just mostly bits of old cupboard, the summer kitchen ceiling, bits of that, and other bits as well. But we didn't get anything done, and they suggested that we pay, I think it was 75 lev to have what we would calling the skip out. It's not, they have some sort of trailer and they'll drop off a trailer to you to fill it up, and then they come and collect it, but it's actually a trailer rather than a skip. something like that anyway. So yeah, so that's what happened with the fine. It was, I suppose, it was quite relatively polite. Would you say?
Yeah. They were very nice.
They were very nice. I think they came up and they probably thought that they were probably going to get some sort of rejection or something like that, because that bloke that was driving the car, the grey haired guy, kind of looked like, you know, some bodyguard, didn't he?
Yeah, but we also got told it was because we'd been warned twice.
Yeah, so someone has said that we'd been told off twice for having fires twice, but we clarified it saying no, they'd sent a message through, came round, asked us to set the fire out, then he drove off and come back about, what, 5 minutes later, didn't he?
Yeah, while we were trying to put the fire out.
Yeah, while I was trying to put it out. So, yeah, but that's what happened anyway. So, wasn't too scary, wasn't too horrific. But yeah, so, yeah, our bad really. So as you probably gathered, we had issues getting anything done over there. What I'd done is I'd ordered from a company, I'm not going to mention their name, sounds like a clothing shop over in England. But what had happened is I'd ordered through the items, gave them, I think, the wrong number, but I gave them a follow-up with my UK number. So they'd rung me. But on their website they say about 3 days delivery, and the actual one of their locations is relatively close, probably about a half-hour drive if that from us. And they said that they couldn't get a pipe cutter, you know, the ones for the plastic water pipes. But then we had to wait, so the delivery ended up, I'd been in Bulgaria 2 days I think before they rang me, and then it was another 2 days before they got the delivery out to me. So I had to wait. So obviously you may have seen in the shorts that I had to carry the very heavy pitch cut up from the summer kitchen to put it into the house, just to stay warm. And then obviously I think 2 days after that the actual new one arrived. So we did get the order. They have a really weird way of doing anything. So they don't have a postman as such. They have a post office, and you go to the post office to collect your post. If you're having deliveries, what was that look for?
Because the lady telling me, Rory Whittam has a baguette.
So a woman came up to the house, because I think the address is on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the address is on it, and that obviously people know other people in the village. Our village is quite small. So I apparently I was up on the roof at the time, and Sam got the post lady came, or some other guy came, wasn't it?
No, a lady come up to tell me that you had a baguette.
I had a baguette at the office. Which obviously is packet, but maybe it's Sam's here, and she did say packet and you said baguette.
No, she definitely, and she did the sign for baguette like a long...
Oh, she did the sign for the Sam's going like this. She went, no, she went baguette.
Yeah, and I said package. She went, oh yes, package.
So what we did is we had went down there. That took a while to do, didn't it really? She wanted my phone number, because what I had done is I'd ordered something online. It came through their standard post, and what they do is sometimes they'll ring you to say that you've got a package. Last time I was there I had a what I thought was a data and SIM card that I could use. Wrong number. So no one could ring me to tell me that my delivery was there and whatnot. So that was a bit of an issue. What else did we have? So, the Econ office fiasco. So we spent ages trying to track through this parcel. It goes, we tried to deliver it at such and such a time. So I checked the CCTV on the house. No one there. Then they tried doing it again. I went into the office and said, can I collect it? So the guy behind the counter in the Econ office didn't speak Bulgarian. Luckily enough, we found someone who did.
Didn't speak English.
Yeah, English. What did I say? Bulgarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everyone knows what I'm on about. So they eventually, what he did is they said, we'll ring the delivery guy and get him to bring the parcel to you right now. So I eventually got the parcel. This was probably, how long had I been there then? Because you'd been over a couple of days, hadn't you?
I think you'd been there about 10 days.
Yeah, so it was coming up to the last, you know, weekish that I was going to be there. So obviously that had, what did it have? It had loaded all the screws and things in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
So this really kind of like knocked us back a bit, because obviously I planned to be there for like maybe a day or 2 days, have the delivery arrive and then crack on with work, but obviously it ended up being kind of like a week late, and I was only there for 16 days. So we had a very limited time, so it was a bit of a rush towards the end to get all the work done. So as you see, we had Sam doing the clearing through whilst we got through, and that, oh, I had the wrong consumer unit was there, and we had to go back into the hardware shop to pick up some other bits and pieces just so that we could get some work done while we were there. So how do you feel we got on with the work, Sam?
Very slow.
Very slow?
Yeah.
Yeah. You liked doing the yard though, didn't you?
Yeah, we just hurt.
It hurt, did it? You like scraping the wall off, that surface
was
off the wall.
satisfying.
Yeah, it was satisfying, there we go. So yeah, so that's the reason why we didn't really get much done, because I was planning on actually doing a lot more of the wiring work and then actually making a start on the bathroom. But because the delivery was late and there was no way of getting to know it, a couple of guys, well, a guy on Facebook, he's Bulgarian and lives not far from me here in England, had, his father has a sizable digger, not the little tiny ones. So what we were going to do is cut through all the drainage work and everything and run all the drains in, so we can have an inside bathroom, septic tank, and then all the electricals and water pipes going over to the service building. But as you probably gathered, we started, well, I actually started before Sam got there, clearing the yard at the top end. And what we found is there was quite a lot of concrete there. Some of it's broken, so that's where the fire was, basically, is where it's mostly broken there. But there is kind of like down from the house by the back door coming across and in, but we have got like a decent path around the edge, haven't we? That's all still solid. But
Found the water pipe.
yeah, we did find the water pipe. So if you look on a previous video, which is, I think it says the outside view of the house, something like that, isn't it? There's like this mound of fabric leaning up against the back of the house. Underneath that was the water pipe. So as you, yeah, it's in one of the videos or two of the videos, the water pipe goes from the stop tap or meter along the front of the house and then goes in. Then you can see it going through the basement wall, along the basement roof, and then it disappears into the wall, and it looks like it turned right and goes along the summer kitchen wall, which is why I ended up taking out the bottom of the cupboard there, trying to find where this water pipe was that's in the wall. It turns out it must run out the other side of the house, under the concrete path of all blessed places, and it sticks out about, what, 7-8 inches or so out of the back of the house, and it comes up and goes in. So we've located where the water is on the back of the house, which is not particularly helpful in any way at all to what we need to do. So, but at least we found out where the water pipe goes anyway, so that's kind of a little bonus. But we literally picked it up and it was stuck on there. There was wires and all sorts of stuff, like concrete wires, sticking out round it. So we cleaned that up a little bit, chucked some, what did we put on that?
A box.
Okay, so we didn't protect it, but luckily enough I did open up the taps and drain the water from the system in the house anyway, which is probably fortunate really, because I don't know if we're going back over before the big frost sets in, you know, where they have their -20 and we have to go through and replace all the water pipes because they've burst. But yeah, so that was the delivery, the find, the delivery, and what else was it? The water pipe discovery, the landscaping. So hopefully what we'll do is, when we get into sort of like early next year will be when we get them in, because what we want to do is we want to kind of flatten the field on the house. So it's undulated, which means it's just not flat, but it's ridged, so diagonally across the garden, as if you're looking up the garden, it's on a hill. There's like kind of like layers and ridges going along it. And there's also, because it's not been maintained for quite a few years, there's a good couple of inches in some places where it's just sticks and fallen leaves on top of each other. So you're above the ground anyway. So what we want to do is pull that down, make it a little bit more flatter, and then obviously we need to put in a big drain coming from the bathroom out to a septic tank, and then try and get that somewhere near the fence, so that when we come to empty it, it can be pumped out over the fence. And then we've got the service line in the service building to do, so that means that we're going to have to break through quite a lot of concrete to get the water in and out over there. Yeah, and that's probably about it. So what else fun and exciting things that people might want to know over there?
I went into the local shop.
You went into a shop, yes?
No.
Speak loudly.
The one in the village. We went into.
Oh yeah, you went into the village shop. So Sam's actually been in the village shop. So I was told the village shops usually just sell alcohol, and that's about it. There's very little in there, but Sam said
There's loads of stuff in there. It was well stocked. It had meat in there, frozen stuff, loads of different drinks, cigarettes.
It had everything that you would find in a normal local shop.
Saucepans.
It had saucepans in there, okay. We had quite a few of those in the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a lot bigger than what it looks on the outside.
Yeah, so it's a lot bigger. I think it used to be the old kindergarten for the schoolhouse. So there's a abandoned schoolhouse in the centre of the village. It's got a new, I think, library on the end of it. And then on the far side of what would be the school grounds is another building which looks like it would be the kindergarten, or would have been the kindergarten. So it's a shop, and it goes out on the back, and they've got a little terrace or something like on the back, haven't they, with seats and covers and things like that, which is kind of your local pub in Bulgaria, as everyone who's probably been to Bulgarian villages knows. But yeah, that was probably the excitement of it all. We didn't have to do the EES, which is the entry-exit system that they've introduced in October. So I'm hearing news bits about it, and it's kind of one of those things where they're saying Dover's has failed and you can't do it, but I don't know whether you have to do it on the French end or not. But there's been quite a few who has with this, because the price has gone up. It's valid for 3 years or 5 years or something like that. So it's kind of like an ID tracking pass kind of thing. I suppose with the ID system they have in Bulgaria, it probably works with that, but it's supposed to be tied to your passport. To be honest, I haven't had to use it. I don't really know about it. I should give Andy Levis a shout and tell him to tell us, because obviously he's just gone over recently and drove over, so he would know all about the EES because he's had to use it. But yeah, so that's an added cost. But it's to deal, I thought, something to do with the Shenzhen zone where they have the 90 days in and out. It's supposed to track that as well. And I don't know what else it tracks. I think probably the British government want to track you, going, oh, you went out of our country, you owe us £4 million in taxes because you left for a day.
I don't understand any of that.
And Sam doesn't understand none of that at all. She's like, meh. So, yeah.
I'm sure if it's something interesting, Maureen tell me.
And you wouldn't listen.
And I wouldn't listen.
Yeah. So yeah, so we didn't get the window. Oh, so the windows and doors. Didn't do the windows and doors, but so the windows and doors, I measured them up last time I was there. So I've got three standard windows. So I could go to Practica or any other reputable retailer for windows, and I could get the 3 windows. The one on the back, on the road side of the house, which we call, I don't even know what they call the front of the house. It's a bit odd over there, isn't it? So it's a different size, so that makes it awkward. Then we got the summer kitchen window, which is quite weirdly sized as well, isn't it? It's like 185 by 135 or something, somewhere around about then. And then we've got a little window in the back of the kitchen, and then we've got a little window in the bathroom. So we've got to replace, obviously, all the... Technically, there's definitely 2 windows at the front. The big the odd windows are the windows that really need replacing the most. Oh, and the bathroom window. So I gave all the measurements to some guy on Facebook from one of those expats in Bulgaria groups. He said, oh yes, we'll get this sorted, and lo and behold, you know, months later, nothing. So it's a bit of a pain in the neck. I may go over, I know a village where the actual factory is, Nigovoye Bogaski still, so it's a problem to go over there and just say, hey, can I have some windows? Because I don't even know what Bulgarian is for windows. Meters are sound really similar anyway. It's a hyphened, hyphened U in it. So, I mean, we could get the sizes. I'm trying to learn. If you've been listening to the song, the actual, there's the new song. Oh yeah, you wouldn't have heard the new song. So it says in there about the tiles, battens, and joists. Greta is the joist, and I can't remember the other two. But these are all the things we're going to need to know, because we have to literally go over there, get all the timbers in, because I think it will be the major work that's going on over sort of like the next time we're there. I don't think there's anything else, is there, Sam? We need to get that roof done. Sam wants... Yeah, Sam's on about the bathroom and kitchen. She didn't like the fact that I'd made her the outside flushing toilet, which I think is a luxury, really. If you leave the door open, I mean, the door's not on your knees, is it?
It's very different to how I grew up.
It's different to how you grew up. That's because you're a little city London girl.
Being a woman, it's a lot harder.
It's a toilet, as a standard toilet.
I mean, the time of the month.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't put a little bin out there for you.
No, harder with the different products they sell over there.
Oh, the different products, yeah, because you couldn't find a decent tampon, could you?
No, they just do Lilettes.
Yeah, they just do Lilettes. Yeah. They do sanitary towels, don't they?
Yeah, but when you're a woman and you're not used to wearing sanitary towels, it feels like you're wearing a nappy.
Oh, it just means you're too fussy?
No.
Oh,
I'm just like, I know what I like.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, that's just the cover up. So what we did is, obviously there's video 5, which I put out before video 4 because I hadn't done it, and I know I needed to actually do these recording bits and bobs. So yeah, just if you want to, you can like and subscribe. Should they subscribe? Have we got any fun videos? Are we going to have fun videos? I'm going to imagine it's going to be hilarious when we take the children over. They are so not going to cope.
I can't wait to get them over there till they actually experience it. They've never been on a plane. They've never experienced anything like it.
So if you can't hear Sam, she's saying, oh, the children, they've never been on a plane, they've not really been out of the country, they've not experienced anything like it, and she can't wait to get them out there. I think it's going to be a calamity. I really do. They're going to be moaning that it's too hot. They're going to be moaning that it's too cold. They're going to be going, the ice creams are only 20 pence, can I have 5 million of them?
Our teenage daughter's going to moan because she can't stand an hour in the shower.
Yeah, she can't have a 4-day long showers.
Our son, I think he's going to be the best, if I'm honest, because apart from food, but he doesn't
He's
like
a fussy
showering.
eater, so we've got fussy eaters, and we're still yet to find our feet with where to go to get certain products. Yeah. So we're going to probably end up going to the market in the local village. I think that'll probably be the thing that we have to do, because that it's not too bad, the Absolute Plus for fruit and veg, but it's like, you look at it and it's like, meh. It's not the best, but you'll notice over there they sell straight bananas, not curved bananas, because the curved banana is some British standard.
I think Bryony is just going to get
little Brian. Yeah, I think Brian will love it. I think she'll be on a voyage of discovery.
I don't think the neighbours will like her though.
Well, I don't. Why, are you going to brush her hair?
No, because she's loud.
She is a bit loud, yeah. Look at my phone. Did you hear me?
No, I didn't.
No. So yeah, so that's about it really. So this is probably going to be a roundup to the end of the season though, season 2, because we weren't over there long and we didn't get much done. The video camera, it was a charging cable problem. The current output from the USB charger wasn't good enough to charge the camera, and that's why the camera wouldn't work. Apparently it was just a flat battery in it, but it switched on, done loads of other stuff, and was going on flat. But yeah, so I think one of our shopping trips will include tripods for cameras, so that we can get the camera set up properly.
It'd be nice for them to see some action ones of them.
Action, yeah, me without my top on, yeah.
No.
No? Oh, okay, fine. But yeah, so we're just hoping to get over there and get stuff done. We've got the beds to order. We need to get the windows in so that the bedrooms are kind of a bit more secure. Because it's not really secure, is it? It's very well ventilated, that house, in some of the places. But obviously there's loads to do, so it's like I've got to put a bathroom and kitchen in before Sam wants even the children over. She wants them over at the start of the year, but I don't think I'll be going over when it's like, you know, threatening -20 and stuff like that. Although we got that new fire, like chucks out heat, it doesn't hold the heat, so don't know how we'll fare with that. I think we'll have to have a central heating system of some sort at some point over there, just to keep it warm in the winter and the whole house warm. Because you know, you sit in front of the fire and it's like burns really quickly, because it's one of those new ones where they have to get superly hot because of emissions control. But it goes, you're cold, then it heats up relatively quick, doesn't it? It gets to that stage, and then it gets to where it melts your face off, and then it kind of drops off relatively quickly. So it does consume quite a lot of fuel to keep it warm, but it doesn't keep the heat like a normal fire would over the night. You know, where you got a fireplace and it heats the bricks up and the bricks release the heat. So that needs to be done. We've got all the wiring done. We've not got all the wiring in for the kitchen, bathroom, and for aircon. But it's all, obviously it's got the heavier gauge cables on it for carrying all that kind of stuff anyway. So yeah, so tons of work to do. This is taking a bit of an extended time, isn't it, really? We thought we were going to be a bit more ahead than what we are. But yeah, that's the way it is, I suppose.
I thought what we should have done is recorded my new shoes from over there.
Oh, not your shoes. Oh, so Sam went and bought some flip-flops, right? And they've got like this, they're foam, or they're like flip-flops basically. And they're foamed bottom, but they've got a little hole in it so it doesn't trap the air. So all she does is hiss as she's going along, going and then when she got in the shower with them, she blows fart bubbles. Yeah, so that's kind of what it sounded like. I banned her from wearing the shoes anywhere near me because of the noise that they made, and I gave her mine. Yeah, and that was bad enough. So yeah, so that's probably it for the time being. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing, whether we're doing any planning videos or anything else like that, because we went into the shop and got just a couple of brochures for kitchens and bedrooms and everything else like that. But yeah, so windows and roof kind of essentials. Windows, roof. I can't do all of that all in one go. Oh yeah, we haven't even been back. So the roof leaked, as you've probably seen in the other videos, but obviously it never rained again, so I'm not sure whether we're going to go back to a nice big gaping hole and water everywhere in there. But we'll find out, I suppose, like the next season, doesn't it? That'll be the first one. I walked through the door. Yeah, we're flooded. Yeah, so there's no ceiling.
You're so pessimistic.
Yeah. So yeah, so we've had house martins. We had that vicious bird attack. Cats, dogs coming in and in the garden and all sorts. So we're catching it all on. Oh, and the grape thieves. Oh, yeah. Right then. I'll speak to you later. Bye.